Love. This one. Peace. Forgiveness and honesty. Those are the backbone virtues of our channel here. And we believe we can spread them to the whole world together with you, my friend. And if you wonder how we plan on doing that, well, it's by reacting together, me and you, to interesting videos, all with the intentions of spreading that. Hit the like button, watch till the end, and tell us where you're watching from. Straight out of Africa, I'm Y311H, and my friend here is Kasungumo. Let's dive in. Good vibes all the way. Look at this. This is a good vibe start here. You see these two dogs chilling together, and one is probably wondering, what's up? Then there are these ones. Lions sleep under a bridge because of no trees. Isn't this sad? My friends, we always talk here about conserving the universe and nature. Everything that's around you, you care for it as you care for yourself. There should be no need.
With Khalil Gibran?
Yes.
He wrote a book, he wrote The Prophet, in 1923, but he wrote another book called Sand and Foam. In that book, he told a story of a man who had been away from his family for 4 months working, and he was excited to come home, and as he was coming home, he knew that the mountain, when he saw the mountain, he was close to home. So his 5 senses started having a conversation, and his eyes says, I see a mountain, I see a mountain, I see a mountain. And so the ears perked out and said, I don't hear a mountain. The nose sniffed and said, I don't smell a mountain. The tongue tasted the air. I don't taste a mountain. And the other 4 senses started speaking among themselves, and they came to the conclusion that there must be something the matter with the eye, because they couldn't perceive it. But all of these things, we've been misled just because we've been fooled by our senses. Our eyes see 0.05% of the entire electromagnetic wave. We're blind cosmically, but we judge everything by what we see. And they've done that with science for so many years. You look at E = mc². That talks about expansion. It does not show how it's divided. You've never breathed in twice without breathing out. You breathe in and you breathe out. You charge and you discharge. So how is it that the breathing in, they're acting as if the universe is just expanding out, breathing out, and it's going to dissipate out, and they never include the contractive side of it, breathing in.
What made you think? What made you get into believing, or when your eyes started being open, that you thought, that you came across and believed, or even knowing that the slave trade did not take place?
The ship narrative doesn't make sense. The slave ship narrative it defies all logic. They said we was packed in the hull of the ship like sardines, man to man, foot to head. Right? And the construction that they was using for them wooden ships back then, that's a gas chamber in 2 days. You got to remember, you got 9 seafaring people on the ocean. What happened to you when you get seasick? Don't you get nauseous?
Absolutely.
So that means you're going to be throwing up. So it's going to be vomit. It's going to be full of vomit down there because there's a whole bunch of people that's not seafaring, right? Then, to take it a step further, you're going to have bathrooms. Ain't no bathrooms. Where they shitting and pissing at? Back then, they used to shit on something called the poop deck. And this is where you get your term swab the deck. That mean go clean the bathroom, motherfucker. There's shit everywhere. But if you got that many people shackled and chained, you can't run bathroom breaks enough for everybody to get relief. So it's going to be a whole lot of buildup of fecal matter and urine in the hull of the ship. Anybody that done smelled hot piss know that that ammonia going to be kicking. You ever smelled a bottle of ammonia?
Yes.
Okay, imagine that shit everywhere. It's a gas chamber. This is supposed to be a 90-day journey. It's only a 2-week journey from Europe to New York. I gotta pay attention.
Right.
It's a 2-week journey from Europe to New York. It's a 90-day journey from Africa to the islands, where they call the Middle Passage.
In the 1500s.
That don't make no fucking sense.
What did they eat? What kind of water did they drink? Who went down in there and could smell that and feed people and give them water?
Right. And can I ask a question to back up that just really quick before it goes to you, Dots? When it's saying, and you know, they're experiencing all these like gas chamber conditions, like you're saying, but they were strong enough to make it across, but many of them died. But they said that as far as the original people that looked like us that were on these lands, most of them died off because of the diseases that the European brought along. Can you talk about that, some of how they tried to quote like 90% of the original people died off?
That's a convenient story to separate your identity away from the land. It's more likely that the people on the slave ship died off than the people from the land died off. Basic logistics and basic critical thinking would tell you that. If we in the open air, they in the closed chamber. It's a difference, right? So some of us probably did die off from the diseases that the Europeans brought.
They died off on this land. Why not?
We still dying from shit that they brought. Why we ain't stopped dying from the shit that they brought if we still here? I'm Mississippi clay dirt walking. I know where I'm from. My roots go right down that Mississippi River. Mississippi red clay dirt walking. You can smear me with it, and if you didn't know that I was smeared with it, you wouldn't even know I had dirt on me. I know where I'm from. It's not a secret. And the earth tells me where I'm from by the resonance of what we call the nativity of the Christ, the anointing. The anointing is the oils. The oils are in the ground that's telling us where we come from. But we want to go with the narratives that other people tell us who we is rather than following what our ancestors told us. Here's the thing, go to roots. Fiddler is telling the people when Kunta Kinte get there, this is the African Guinea nigga. See, we don't know nothing about no Africans. We was already here. Why is this in the slave movie? Why is this Fiddler saying we don't know nothing about no Africans?
I remember that too.
Right? So they telling you, but they still shrouding it in a fairy tale. So we don't have a personal issue with Africans. Because they got done the same way we did. But I can tell you this, in the 1800s, they took some of us and set up a whole nation over there called Liberia.
I knew you was going to say it. You better talk.
So we know they took us over there. And we know that all of the Africans that I didn't talk to, none of them have it in their historical record of mass amounts of people being extracted from the land. It don't exist. But what you do have is 10 or 12 here and there being snatched up by Arab slave traders before they rally the troops, right? That's been going on long before the slave trade. The Arabs started that shit, the Jews financed it, and Europe carried it out. But we didn't know that the Europeans carrying it out looked like us because they whitewashed them in the history books so we could always look at the paleface as the guilty culprit. When they just used the paleface to keep us out of institutions. So Big Mama said, don't worry about it. Bring them all over here, the ones they don't want, and we're going to educate them and send them in to overrun their institutions and put the secrets out in the open. So when Noble Drew Ali came, he gave them the green light. What happened? We had something called the spiritualist movement in the 1900s, where they was doing the rapping and tapping on the tables to tell us in the future what was going on in the past. So when we picked up hip-hop, we started rapping and tapping on the tables and spitting the past out in the present. It's the old conjure. That's from New Orleans. That's the whole rapping conjure is a New Orleans-based conjure from root magic in the deep woods of the motherfucking Louisiana bayou. That's where it come from with the old juke joints. This is where jazz come from. Rock and roll, bluegrass, country music. It all comes from that conjure because we always believed in putting the message on the drum. And all of them needed the drum. Except for Scott Joplin. He used the piano because that's what they brought with them when they came from Europe. They didn't never expect that we would be able to learn to master the piano and come up with our own music that made that classical music sound like shit. So Scott Joplin said, let me ever go at it. And they called it ragtime. And it was the birth of the music industry selling his sheet music for a penny a page. And he wasn't getting a dime of it. Old sharecropper agreements. You created and we gonna capitalize on it. Benjamin Franklin discovered electricity with a key on the kite and he didn't get fried. Make that shit make sense. He would have been roast cracker if that motherfucking lightning would have hit the key with that string on there. He forgot. Lightning followed the path of least resistance. The key becomes a conductor and the electricity shoot both ways up the string. And we supposed to believe that shit? The first automobiles being made over here, they credited to a paleface. But it was brothers who was already driving cars in the 1800s first. They the ones who was creating those crank-up engines. They still got the flyers. You can find the flyers from the brothers' cars that was back then. They want us to not know who we is, but we always know our handiwork if we the salt of the earth. What do salt do to your food? Don't it balance out all the flavors? Okay, so what do we use to balance out the society? We use arts and entertainment. And this is how they brought the sharecropper agreement into the entertainment industry. So they can capitalize on the natural expression of the people and monetize that shit for they self and they self gain.
Hey, remember, I have no motive. I really do it for the people. So go follow me on We the People TV. Oh, and remember, knowledge is key. I'm out.
All this is for entertainment purposes, my friend. Hit the
nice
button.
long body, perfect form, beautiful teeth.
My boy. Can you read this? Oh my god!
Come on.
Can you hold on?
Yo, these animals are full of good vibes, you see? Last year, this guy saw this white stuff. I thought she was our neighbor's chicken. Oh, a few months later, I spotted her again and realized she was sleeping around. Poor girl has been sleeping in the trees all winter. So sad, man, you see? So this guy started feeding her and slowly brought her closer to their property. She loved grazing around their property and got along with their chickens, you see? She was eating well and started putting on some weight. Later, she survived full winter alone outside. This year, she has been staying in her coop a lot. They made her some house, you see. They even got fertile eggs for her. And 21 days later, she became a mom. Good vibes, this one, you see. She was so happy to bring up her children in somewhere where it's good, you see. And she now had a purpose in life. Maya was now home and her own family is there. It's good vibes, my friends, you see. Those are loving and caring humans. We should all be like that.
I can't walk over here. There are some. Yeah. You hang with your body?
Else?
Yes. I'm wondering how many incarnations do I have here on Earth?
Before we answer you, do you understand that all lives exist simultaneously?
Yes, I do.
And therefore, when you say, how many incarnations do I have, what you're actually saying is, how many simultaneous incarnations are happening from the same oversoul that I am also an extension from?
Correct.
You understand?
I do.
And therefore, you're making cross connections to these other incarnations. You're not literally experiencing them one after another.
Correct. I understand.
All right. 157.
Thank you.
Hey, my friends, what do you think about that?
Check this out, y'all. So this guy takes a Nikon P1000X, which is a banned camera, okay? They have banned all these cameras now. You can't find them anywhere. He takes it to the sun, and you won't believe what he sees, y'all. Check this out. It gets crazy. Look at all these. Y'all, hold on. He's going to back up. But y'all seen those? Y'all seen those sunspots? Look at this. That sun is active right now, y'all. That sun is active right now. Hold on, he's gonna zoom in. That look crazy. Why does it? That's crazy. But look at all those sunspots, y'all. Wow. And those sunspots are bigger than Earth. Supposedly, they're supposedly bigger than Earth. Look at that. Why? It's so weird. When you zoom in, it looks like a planet, doesn't it? The sun looks just like a planet. That's why people be saying like the sun is a portal. It's a portal to another planet. Look at that. Why does it? You know, I find it amazing how, you know, we're entering the age of Aquarius now, and then we're seeing all these wonderful things in the sky, and then all these updates are coming to our phone that's stopping us from seeing certain things, and then they're banning certain cameras that lets us see like really far into the sky, into what's called space. Well, those who understand what space really is know what space really is. But yeah, y'all, I mean, does that look like the fake sun to y'all? Does that look like the simulation sun to y'all? Because people are saying the sun is simulated. Now we're seeing what, like, looks like a planet. Like, what do y'all think? Please let us know in the comments, y'all. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Oh, my friends. A friend of mine thinks the sun is not 100 miles away.
This is the reflection of the sun. I could not believe it. After seeing a lot of videos of people explaining how the sun has been replaced, I thought, let me give it a try. Look at this video.
Alright guys, this is my studio light. You see the orb? The bulbs are reflecting off of the lens, is my guess, and it's showing you where the light source is coming from, which is why you see the orb, right? Just like the light. Now let's go take a look at the sun. Alright, here's the sun. Look at all the bulbs.
And it looks exactly the same as the one that I took. Look at this, family. Look, family. And if we zoom in, look how it looks like. And again, this is how it looks like from far. We have the sun over here and the reflection over here. And again, a close-up. You can see every dot in the sun.
Oh, my friends, what do you think is really going on with this sun?
That Satan was not an archangel. Satan was a seraphim. That's why the Bible says, Satan thinketh as a man thinketh. And where was Satan dwelling? Satan was dwelling in the land of Eden with Adam. And that's why he was able to marry the first female, Lilith. And that's why Adam became lonely. And God had to create Eve from Adam. For the Bible is very clear. The first male and female, they were all created from the dust. From the dust, God created the first male and female. But Eve was not created from the dust. The Lord...
Oh, my friends. Interesting stuff every day here, you see. hit the like button there if you agree with that. And then there's this stuff here we are seeing. Crazy stuff. An artifact now. I wonder where these people get these things. You see? They're always crazy. My friend, you see, there's something here that I'm seeing and I don't know what this might be. And this is just crazy. It looks like... now how can I explain this? Stones that are arranged in some peculiar way, and you might wonder who did those stuff. Good people of Earth, do you know? Please leave your comments there, you see? Look at these ones. They are very excited to meet their friends. This is good vibes, man. Look at these animals, you see? Look at the joy that they have when they come across one of
According
their
to experts, what you see first can say a lot about your personality. Today's fun personality test. Look at this picture and let me know what you see first. Comment it down in the comments, lock it in, and then I'm going to tell you what experts say about you. If you saw the trees first, according to experts, you have great intuition and you always trust it. You have a very laid-back personality and you like spending quiet time doing nothing. If you saw the tiger first, according to experts, you're very strong-minded. And once you make a decision, nothing can change that. And you're somebody who just likes a peaceful life. You don't get into drama just for the sake of getting into drama. So tell me in the comments what you saw first and are experts right about you, or did they get it completely wrong? And for more fun personality tests like this, follow me.
Oh, my friends, what did you see first? Myself, I saw a chicken. Look at this, 7 scary videos shocking animal mutations. This is crazy stuff. Now this really stuff for this movie. This one looks like a big Batman or a big bat. This crazy stuff this was. And then there is also this. This teacher has always does our mind. You see, we have come across it in different episodes. And good vibes people, those that have clicked for the first time. When you take a look at this creature, what do you think this might be? You see, tell us. And then there is also another one in another place here. It has several heads. Oh my god. What? Ooh, look at this chicken. Oh, it's like chicken was stripped or what happened here. But now why does the body look like this, my friends? What has happened to the chicken? Why does it have 4 eggs? Oh, guy. Wow, my friends, what are these? Is this a fish? Hi, is this a fish, good people of Earth? And then there is what looks like a crowd.
I heard my baby crying for help. Stop it. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Put the goat down. Drop the goat. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? Dude. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Are you okay? I know, that was scary. That was scary. I'm sorry. Listen, the gate is closed for a reason.
What? What?
Yo, good vibes guys teaching himself sheep language, you see?
3 things. AI is not real. The thing that people call AI is not AI. And people need to shut up about it because people in the future are going to think we're stupid. You can't have artificial intelligence. If it's intelligent, it can't be artificial. If it's artificial, it can't be intelligent. The thing that we have is algorithmic learning. That's not artificial intelligence. That's Googling things really quickly. Computers aren't smart, they're quick. You ask a computer to write a cowboy movie script, it can only do that because it can Google other cowboy movie scripts and then just really quickly put them all together and give you something that looks like them. It couldn't make a cowboy script if no one else had done it before. AI is not going to end the world. AI is not going to save the world. AI is going to slowly die out, and then in 1,000 years, if people are still around, they're going to laugh at us for believing in it like we do to people in the past.
What's your take on that, man? Sony's new microsurgery robot. stitches up a cone. Ha! Wa. You mean this thing can do stuff like this? Robot can stitch up a cone. Why in the first place would they need to stitch up a cone? But it's crazy, my friends. If robots can do this with this perfect, what do you call this one? Perfect is just crazy. You know, this one is an wow, yeah, hey, my friend, you have even passed me a cone. This is unimaginable. This stuff is seeing one of this. Myself can hardly do this. You see, it's crazy. Those machines, my friends, they are unbelievable stuff.
Have you heard about how the sun speaks to you through captions on TikTok? I don't know if it's true. I wanted to give it a go myself. I seen someone else make a video where they filmed the sun and didn't speak and put captions on, and then words come up on the screen. So I wanted to give it a go, and this is what happened. Can you do it as well and see if it works for you? And if it does, can you tag me? Because I don't know, it's crazy, but I believe it. I just think I'd love to see whether it works for you too.
Ha! Look at this. Ha! How is she able to do that, my friend? This is incredible. Is this science, physics?
It's true. That I swear to God, if you don't believe in God, I swear on whatever the most precious thing is that I did not type in those captions. I did not write that. It just came up after I filmed it. I put on just captions, and that's what came up. And nothing came up for the pool water. It only came up when I put it on the sun.
She looks like a honest, good babe soul. But you, my friend, be the judge.
Imagine a table 2 meters wide in a completely dark room. And you're holding a small but very bright light bulb, 3.4 millimeters across. And you were holding it about 31 centimeters above the table. What you'd see is a circular pool of light directly on the table, beneath the light bulb. But on the other side of the table, it would be in darkness. Now, it seems to our mind that if you were on the other side of the table, you would see the light because it's, above the table. But that's not true, because on that part of the table, it's in darkness, meaning that the light isn't physically reaching that part of the tabletop.
Your senses are correct.
We're also told that the sun sets because as the Earth rotates us away from the sun, it's actually obscured by the physical curvature of the Earth. That's not what we see.
What we see is a local sun that is taking its local light with it. What happened to the horizon glowing across half of the world? Most sunsets are already fading through pollution, dander, chemtrails, and fog. Plus, refraction will always make the sun seem like it's going down, as well as your perspective.
It would appear to sink down in your field of view. That's perspective. The further away you get from it, the lower it will appear. It doesn't physically change its height, it just appears that way to your eyes, until eventually it will disappear behind the horizon formed by your eye's vanishing point. Your eye has an angular resolution of 0.2 degrees, and anything at that height will disappear beyond the limit of your sight.